You thought I was dead. Too bad. I'm alive. Welcome back, guys. I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. But hey, I'm back now. Umamusume's first year anniversary is about to start. Well, it started, but the real start is on the fucking on the 5th. Not the 5th, 12th. That's when Trail. That's when Trail. Is that is it called Trail? It's Trailblazer, right? Yeah, Trailblazer. That's when Trailblazer starts. That's when officially we get some new content. I've gotten some new Umas. I've played their careers. Obviously, a lot more Umas have been released since the last time I did this. So I thought, hey, as a way to celebrate the channel coming back, along with the first year anniversary, along with Birth of a New Era being out in theaters, which by the way is peak in movie in an actual theater. I watched it during Anime NYC. It was good, but god damn, do the music and certain scenes just hit harder in theaters, bruh. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I'm pretty sure by the time I post this, you should have a couple of days left. If you're in the United States, come on, pull up. Also, very impressive that Birth of a New Era actually was able to cross $1 million, considering it's an older movie and it's only in the U.S. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that's pretty impressive. But we ain't gonna talk about it. Um, but yeah, let's just get started. We have 245 comparisons, so let's go. I actually do really like Tucky Shuttle. Her Uma story is really cute. She feels like a big sister almost. Agnes Tachyon, star from Birth of a New Era, huge, huge fan favorite. I personally am not like the biggest fan of Agnes Tachyon, but I will say after my third viewing of Birth of a New Era, I will admit I understood more of like the undertones of her story. So I will say she is probably the deeper character in Taiki Show. Taiki Show is pretty much just like, I want to be the Umamusume of the year. That's her like big goal, I guess. Um, but she does have. But I don't know. I think her personality is very good, and her Uma story is very nice. I've heard it really does feel like you two make like a found family type of thing with, since she is from America and stuff. So I will give the slightest edge to Tagi Shadow. She is very sweet. Grass Runner, no question. San Susuga, Tashin. Oh, there he is. Hishi Amazon. Measure Dober. Uh, both their designs are just kind of to me. I'm not really like the biggest fan of either one. Um, I do feel like Daiwa Store could be a little bit better. It is a little basic. Major Ryan as a character feels a little bit more complex, and she does feel like she has her own like mental holdbacks, I guess is the best way to say it. Like she knows she's a good racer, but she always her family and kind of like the fans compare her to Queen and past Mejoros. Um, I'll give it to Ryan. I'll give it to Ryan. This is a hard one. Mahan Cafe, fellow star of Birth of a New Era. um, Huge fan favorite. Her racing outfit is racewear is probably one of the best in game. Her quirk of being able to see the supernatural. She's like one of few Umas that can do that. I think in game right now she is the only one. Her story isn't bad, especially since Agnes Tachyon actually plays a really big part in it, and is the reason why we kind of defy fate in it. Because obviously in real life, Agnes Tachyon during her senior year went to run the Prix de la Triomphe, but we outvoted her not to do that, and that's honestly for the better because IRL My Hand Cafe, let's just say, did not have a good time. Bia Harihide, she, I will say her. I haven't read her Uma story yet, so there are some details I could be missing out on. But I do know she is a very big sister. She loves her little sister Narita Bryant. She wants to gain her approval all the time. She wants to make sure Naria Brand still continues to view her as the wall, but also at the same time, big sister that she is, right? She is a pretty big player in Star Blossom since Narita Brain is also kind of like the main, not antagonist, but the main wall of that series. Um, from what I've heard, I still need to read Star Blossom. Her recent outwear is nice. Her relationship with Winning Ticket and Naya Daishin is also really sweet. Um, it's a little harder for me to say who I like 100% more between these two. I think Ryo Hide's relationships are a little better, but Manhattan Cafe with Agnes Tachyon is more developed, I would say, because obviously you have a movie plus to a career story. Um, but I mean, to be fair, Ryo Hide could probably will get more characterization in Star Blossom. I'm guessing she has more characterization. This really could be either or. I will give the slightest edge to Biwa, but you could ask me this like in a few months when I probably will do another one of these videos. And I could see I could see myself going to Manhattan Cafe. So like that's the easy one, easy, easy. Oh fuck me, shit. Fuji Kiseki, another star birth a new era. I'm noticing a trend that all these ones I tend to stop at. um man, Fuji Kiseki, she plays such a good role in the movie. Like being Poke's like senpai, helping her get out of her rut, being the reason why Poke even gets into racing in the first place. Her racing out racing race where yes, it is very very sexualized, but it also is a nice reference to how after he retired, Fujikazeki was a real stallion. That's all I'm gonna say. uh, her racing aptitude theory spells out Babe. They put like a lot of nice detail into just her base, just like from the surface. Um, in story, they don't have too much to work with, I will admit. Because the real life Kiseki only ran 4 races. It's weird. Um, if you don't know, there's now a new playable called just Kiseki. So I guess I mean, us school players, we can still just say Kiseki when we're talking about Fuji. But in the future, when we eventually get that Kiseki, which won't be for probably like 3-ish years. um, but yeah, when we do eventually get to that Kiseki, well, I guess if we want to talk about Fuji, we have to say specifically Fuji Kiseki now. So that's gonna be a little weird when time comes around. But hey, it is what it is. Um, but her story is like a little. I don't blame side games for her story being like a little undercooked, because realistically, it is a situation of like, what could you do with a horse that only had 4 races? But I think they did it. I think they did overall a good job. She's one of the few Umas that has like a split in her road where literally like free of her big races is changed. So she can either go for the triple crown or triple tiara. Obviously, triple tiara will be easier with with the race aptitude she has. But if you want to challenge yourself, go for the triple crown. It will definitely be harder. You'll have to increase her long aptitude, but it's possible. It's not impossible, but Um, I won that ring with Keenan with her one time. I don't know how. I skipped through it, and I hate myself for doing that. um, but yeah, no, Fuji Kiseki overall is a really good character. She's the leader of the door, and yeah, Super Kiku, season 1 of the anime. She plays a relatively small role in the first core. In the second core, she plays a more prominent role. Um, her win on the Kiko show is famous. Uh, her her IRL lore is also pretty cool, where the IRL super creator literally chose basically chose Yuta Takahake to be his jockey. Similar to how Super Creed chooses I forgot her name, but she chooses her gender basically too. Um, her racewear is really nice. Her personality. A lot of people dumb it down to super freak. In my opinion, she really is just an Uma that that loves to mother people, and there's really nothing wrong with that. Um, it's hard between these two. I will admit. Let me hear the voices, I guess.
共に歩み、レースで奇跡を起こそう。これからもいっぱいお手伝いしますね。
I'm gonna give the Super Creek because in the manga for Cinderella Girl, let's say she becomes a little bit of a menace. So let's go with Super Creek. TM Pro. I'll give it to one second. King Halo, Waka, Mishododo. Let's try some belly. Tamano Kasa. Man, Metro McQueen, I ain't gonna lie, the fucking anime is carrying it. Your in-game story is kind of ass. Oh no, not Gold City versus Geary. No. I mean, hey, Gold City had like 2 lines in no, she had like 3 lines in the movie in Birth of the Era movie, surprisingly. So that's something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really thinking about this yet, Geary. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I actually find it really funny now that I'm realizing Tosin Jordan was talking to Poke, and it's really funny because Poke is Tosin Jordan's IRL sire, so it's really funny. Yeah, okay, recap. Yeah, I'm sorry. Kanakami Princess, Aishawa, Grass Wonder, Tiger Shuttle. I wish I knew more about Asian Flash. I just don't have her character. I do really like her racewear outfit more than Agnes Tachyon, but besides that, it's like anything else. From what I can tell, Agnes Tachyon is just the better character, so that's what I can tell for now. I don't have her IRL. I don't have her character, so obviously this isn't a fair comparison, but that's just what happens. Naruto Taishin, San Suzuka, Naruto Brian, Dober, Amazon, Mother kind of Fugitaru, Biwa. I'll give it to man. A cafe. Toketeo, Hishagabono, El Condor, Super Creek, Fuji, Tiyama Upper O, Money Ticket, Kern Chan, King Halo. Who do I like more between you two dinguses? It's hard. Damn. I really. It's hard one to choose. Chilling out. Nice nature vodka. Nice nature vodka. Eeny, meeny, miny. I'll give it to nice nature. Misha Dodo, 100%. Harara. Domino Kasa! Special week. Okay, your cap. Gold City. Rashawa. Seonsuke. Nayatashin. Shit. Shit. Man. What sucks about these two is that Silent Suzuka and Grass Runner are stuck in season 1 of Pretty Derby. Like, it's not bad, but compared to, like, literally almost everything else from the franchise now, it is, like, the worst. Just, like, story and everything wise. Honestly, they had a nice moment with Sensuka in Special Week. Grass Runner, though, really got robbed in season 1. Her in-game story is very good, though. Sansuka's in-game story is not bad, but her main story part is really good. I do cry transforming. I am a baby. If you want me to cry, do not cut onions. Just play transforming, and I will cry. That's yeah. I'll give the slightest edge to San Suzuka. Grass Wonder. Uh, Man, I love Nuria Brand's design, and I kind of like the relationship she has with Bio Haide. I just don't have her, so I don't know how her story goes. I don't know her Uma story like at all. Taiki Sho's outfit I don't like as much, but I do very much like her Uma story. Her in game, her normal story is like okay. So again, just a slight edge. Add to Narita. Near these two I have, but the lore I know about Sakura Chiho no O and how in Cinderella Girl you can actually see the Sakura she has in her eye actually fade away when she wins the derby. Because in IRL after the derby, Chiho no O never won another race. And her also being Marcinski's I don't know if he was I guess. Marcinski's first ever I doubt it, but yeah. Um But yeah, not some cool lore around Sakura, so I'll give it to her. Dober, uh, I'll go with Shishi. Biwa, Mahan, Ryan, Matikane, Daiwa, Doketeo. Okay. I do like Akebono. I think you know what's surprising to me? Akebono feels so far of all the Uma stories I read, it feels like the only Uma story that has like the same story from beginning to end. Like I feel like for a lot of Uma stories after their chapter 4, it's more like just like the day in the life of their Uma after recurring them. I don't feel like they have a continuous story, unlike with Hishakabana, who I will give like a lot of credit to. Her size is like an ongoing joke in like the second Umaran comedic short videos. Have you seen that on YouTube? They're pretty worthwhile watching. They're pretty funny. Um, Besides that, though, her career's good. I will say it's pretty chill until like the senior year, like her relationship with Big Pegasus, and then I'm guessing that Rail Horse probably got injured due to his size or something like that because there is a pretty like there's like a arc in game where it's like, oh, should we make Ishigaki want to go on a different routine? Should we actually try to get her smaller? It's putting too much pressure on her legs. But I kind of like how both of her say, well, what's the point of doing what we do if we can't go all out? And I honestly, I think that's a really cool lesson. And cool like mindset. I will give her that. But then you compare it to Super Craig, who, her Uma story is still cute because once again she is the one that chooses you, not the other way around. Um, Her role in anime, her future role, her role in the manga after we finish Ogiri's classic year. Um, Yeah, I will say I don't know if you guys watched Pakatube or like animatics around them. Super Creek is pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, it's just that Super Creek has more just thanks to Sonara Gray. So I feel like even though they're probably equal, they're honestly pretty equal when it comes to their in-game counterparts. But Creek just has more time to shine with Cinderella Gray. So if it was any other woman, Hishakabana probably would win. But Super Creek, yeah, like, well, I say that she does have a movie, but she isn't like the biggest part of that movie, you know. But I feel like Fujikisaki does play a pretty important role. And again, her in-game story and like the nice details they actually put around her on surface level is pretty good. Um, but is that enough? I don't know, man. Hichakabono's just really cute. Hichakabono's really cute, along with her like Uma story and her campaign. I'll give, I'll give it the slightest edge to Akabono. The slightest edge. That probably shouldn't. Yeah, whatever. Fujikisaki, Condor, Agnes, Guru, sure. TM, oh, Arima Keenan 2000 moment. I'm sorry, King of Halo. King Halo. Nice nature. When you know what's crazy? I haven't done Agnes Tangen story. The only reason I know bits of it is because I watched like a playthrough of it like a while back. I have not done Winning Ticket. I might do Winning Ticket when that could be a video. My first ever Winning Ticket run in my first ever run for Trailblazer, but that video is probably gonna be super long because not only am I gonna be reading winning tickets in there. Well, I don't know because races aren't scheduled anymore, right? Like you're the one that makes the schedule or something, so maybe it'll be shorter. I don't know how that's gonna work, so I guess that'll be my first ever. Um, but her campaign story is really good from the main story of the game. I wish Vaka and Daiwa, retrospectively, both had better parts. I'll give it to Winning Ticket. Vaka. Fire Motion has the better drip, but I don't have the character, so I can't fully compare. I mean, better support card. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Meisho Dodo. Our cute, cute stallion guy. TM biggest rival. Has like a cute moments in Road to the Top, but sadly isn't the focus. Tamano Kasu. Heck, dude, I just remember those last few episodes, those last couple races in Cinderella Grey, and it's so fucking fire. Like, genuinely some of the best moments Umamusume has when it comes to Aura. Only being up by TM Opera, because obviously. I really do like her accent too. It really helps that she has like a pretty unique accent.
根性決めてくでトレーナー私なんかでよければ
Ah, shit, she's so cute, but Cross is so cool. Shit. This is another 50-50, dude. I'll give it the slightest. I should tell him about the slightest. I'm sorry, Dolo. Special week, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, I'm having my hands up. Special week has gained a lot of my respect. She's John Pretty Derby. She plays a good supporting role in Suzuka's story in the campaign story. The only thing I don't really like about her is her campaign story, which is kind of sad. Her campaign story is pretty meh. But her woman story is actually really sweet. She's helped me a lot of CMs. Damn you, Special Week. Damn you for stealing my heart. I gotta give her credit where credit's deserved. Duh. However, the anime is killing you so bad, McQueen. Sure. Right Shower. Agiri. Gotsu. Seon. Kokami. Actually, Martin Senski's one story is really nice, so I'll give it to her. Natashin. Silent Suzuka. Grass Wonder. Dober. Ooh. I like Amazon's racewear more. But I feel like their Uma campaigns are... Well, no, Amazon has the better campaign story. But I just don't remember her Uma story as well as I do Techies. That is recency bias, though. Let's do it.
パワフルな私についてきてくださいね菱山姉さんに任せときな菱山姉さんに任せときな
Yeah, that's the same one.
パワ ワフルな私についてきてくださいね。
I'll give the slightest edge to Amazon. The slightest edge. Biwa. I'll go Taki. I mean, this is a funny one. Man, cafe. Ryan. I've only done Mata kind of a guitar story once, but I will say her senior year is really good. Movie by is just crazy though. Melon kind of a guitar. I'm sorry, Daryl Scarlett, but your story is kind of mid, and the Brian has a pretty good campaign story. It is the weakest of the campaign stories, at least in my opinion, but it's better. Sakura. No, this will be funny. Yeah, this is just what's gonna suck about the Umas I don't have. It's like I feel like I probably would like Asian Flash more. I just don't know anything about her character, too much about her character. So, oh shit. Now listen here. I have Tiama Burrow's New Year outfit. Her campaign story is pretty good. Her Uma story is really funny. She aura forms like crazy in the Birth of New Era. She plays a pretty good supporting role in Road to the Top. Togai Teo, though, she's what got me into this franchise. I have a fucking figure of her. Season 2, pretty derby. To this day, is probably still my favorite Umamusume content. But her campaign in Uma Story is kind of mid. That's what sucks. I don't. It's like I really do. And it doesn't help. It really doesn't help that so far both of our skins in game are kind of meh. Man, and Team Bro is really pretty good. I'm sorry, Teo. Shit, but it's that Tiama Bro actually really is a good character, dude. And Tokateo really is too. It's just that like I think it's like peak of Uma content. It's like this is the thing, right? Tokateo she is the MC of peak Umamusume. She really is. But then she also just has some pretty mid parts. But at TM Bro, it's like she's so consistent. Her character's great. Aura farming, Piccolo approved. It is so fucking hard, dude. It really is, at least in my opinion. It's just like, oh. This is a question where, if you ask me, and this is definitely an opinion that changes.
帝王を目指して頑張ろうね。これからも僕の伝説を見届けたまえ。
I'm sorry, Teo. I'm so sorry, Teo. If only your campaign in Uma Story was better, this wouldn't be a question. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Really? Goatee is one of my favorite campaign stories, and I do like her own story too. They're both pretty good. I don't have Tamino, even though I summoned for her and I got jack shit. Okay, Goatee. Okay. Tamino, special, Dodo, Seiun, Haru. Anime be carrying you, McQueen. Anime be carrying you. How copy. You know, you asking me this beforehand, I probably would have gone with Bakushin no. Maruzetsuki's Uma story ain't half bad. And thinking about some things. Nah, Bakushin no. Maruzetsuki. Only because I have you reeled off. Anything's better than Diddy. And her action. Ooh. This is a hard one. This is another hard one.
駆け抜けましょう。共に。これからも僕の伝説を見届けたまえ。
Shit, I hope. Man. I. Damn, Team Up Bro. I make it top 3. Yeah, I took it too. This was a good. Grass. Kiku. Dover. Akabono. This is also really appropriate. Mihono versus Rito Dorms. Kiseki though. Halo. Condor. I'll get Amazon. Biwa. Taki. Nice Nature. Cafe. Ryan. Italian. Manakane Fugitaro. Ryan. Chuno. Dejo. Sure, winning ticket. Vodka. Karen. Daiwa. Man, I don't like either of these two that much. But the tiebreaker is that Gold Shift singing voice is fucking great. Air Groove, just because I actually have her. Ooh, okay. Drip bet. We have a drip competition right here. I think both are pretty good. Let me hear the voice.
スケジュールは厳守ですよ。
What does this do?
スケジュールは厳守ですよ。ワクワクでいっぱいな日々にしようね。
Okay. I think I like the drip of fine motion more. I think. And she is a fellow ramen lover. Okay, you got it. Touching Charmer Strip. Asian Flash. Rice Shower. Anime Current. Narita. Team Aparo. Tokateo. Silent Suzuka. Godsei. Fuck. Shit.
共に学び、歩んでいきましょう。根性決めてくで、トレーナー。
If your campaign story is good, then you probably would be Grass Wonder, but Grass Wonder is also goated. Tamino. Special Week. Kriku. Dober. Akapono. Fuji. King Yellow. Dalo. Pasa. Amazon. Bio High Heater or Sailing Sky? Sionsa's story is good. It's just what sucks is that in the anime, she's like kind of like a wall against Special Week for a bit, but then like nothing really happens. Um, I would say the BMW OVA is hard garbo. But Star Blossom could carry it, but and I think I might like Biwa's connections more. Sansa just not have that many connections sadly in her main story, in their campaign story. I'll give it to Biwa. Oh yeah, Taiki. Sand Sky, nice. Cafe, Ryan, Tachyon, Harura, Matakane Fugitaru, McQueen, Nerd Brand, Sagachi no. Digital for the fact that IRL Agnes Sigil was the first one to defeat Tiamat's one in Street, so sure. I like Akame Princess design a little more. I need to get Waka. Yeah, Kirin-chan. Bagashino, Aransunsky, Daiwa. And yeah, Gold Chip. Rulof for being Togateo's dad. Mihona Berman. Air Groove. Fire Motion. Dustin Jordan. Yeah, fuck it, Asian Flash. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm trying my best to keep my animal in the bottom. But I think it kind of has to stop here, I'm not gonna lie. My name be Damn Boy. Damn Boy. Okay. Togateo might not be in the top 3 anymore, and that scares me. Tiamat Baro might be top 5 now. I think if I remember last time, she was number 8. So I wonder. I really do wonder. Rightshire probably still number 1 though. Yeah. Well, no, not she wasn't number 1. She was a 2 last time. So yeah, Rightshire definitely went up some stocks. Ogiri Cap too. Naria Taishin, okay. I actually wasn't expecting Naria Taishin. Okay. No, Tiamat Baro right there. Okay. So these are the top 3. So Rice Shower, Ogiri Cap. So they both went up by 1. And wow, Togateo went down a lot then because Naria Taishin can push up to 3. Okay. Tiamat Baro is 4. Yeah, wow, 5. Man, that's I love me my Togateo, especially because of the anime. But it's just so sad that I have to be fair because like it's just that her game counterparts are just nowhere near as good, dude. I hate to say it, it's just not. Raishar like overall has a great arc in the anime, great campaign story, great main story. She has like a small part in Area Top Road story in Road to the Top. Yeah. We'll get your cap. Everyone knows her. No real explanation needed there. Nair Taishin, she's my sis, what does the daughter? She's my daughter. Rashar is my little sister. Nair Taishin's my daughter. That we can all agree on. Yeah, Tiamat Baro, man. After reading her story, her consistent character, consistent birth of new era / Road to the Top, really good. Sorry, Togateo. Sanazuka, I think, might be around the same place she was. Goldship might have gone up a little bit. Grass Wonder, I think, is around the same spot, maybe a little bit lower. I think she was number 6 previously. I'm gonna cross one up a bit. Special Week, I can tell you right now, went up about what. Special Week, I think, was like around the bottom 20. So her being up here now shows how much she's really grown on me. Super Creek has fallen down a bit. Metro Dover, like an overall newcomer, around 12 isn't bad at all, especially considering she has like no other content outside of the games. Hishiagamono, I can tell, is down up a lot. Fujigiseki, I think, might have gone down a little bit. I think she was in the top 10 beforehand. The rest of these make sense. Misha Dodo, Akana Pasa, Amazon, Biwa just being out of it. Taki, I think, has definitely gone up a little bit. I think she what's the number? What's the bomb? 47. Um, I think Taki, I think was around the 30s, which when last time made this was like near the bottom of the list. So her being like slightly above the midway point definitely is an improvement. These are about the same. Gold City, I think Gold City, Gold Chip, I think might be lower than last time. I remember her being like right in the border, but right now, yeah, she's 39. Listen, her VA singing wise, fucking glorious. Like that's something you can listen to and eat up like a baby drinks her mother's milk. But as a character, I'm not gonna lie, I usually don't like those type of characters that much, so no surprise there. And then not too surprising that the ones that fill like most of the bottom of the list are Umas I just simply don't have. So Smart Falcon, Ishi, Asian Flash, Toys and Jordan, Fine Motion. I don't like Mayano Top Gun like at all. The very few exceptions of Umas I don't have, but are a little bit higher up are Kagami. Her design is really good. As simple as that. For now, Agnes Digital. She is the physical personification of the Uma community. Sakura Chino. She plays like a pretty decent role in Cinderella Grey. She has both good IRL lore and game lore, so that's what helps her here. Naya Brian, good campaign, good main story. Sister to Biyahide, so them being connected helps both of them a little bit. McQueen, I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't so awesome in the anime. She probably would be lower. I'm not gonna lie, because her in-game story is just not it. Perfect new era actors, and then yeah. Okay, so this is definitely, I wouldn't say a pretty big change from our last list. But yeah, hopefully you guys watched till the end. Thank you for listening to my opinions. I will try to be more consistent in the channel, so thank you for watching. Bye bye.